5:05. Corky McCorkle here along with Bronson Garrett, one half of the SOM Tag Team Champions, the White Claw Outlaws. We are SOM. Come get some. Bronson, what about the big main event tonight, the Iron Man match for the SOM Heavyweight Championship?
The Sultan has been with Prince Malik. They have been practicing tantric over in Dubai. He is prepared to go. What?
No.
Isn't that he's going for 30 minutes?
That's not what you think it is.
Oh.
I mean, that's a cardio workout,
okay.
But not the kind that the Sultan is going to be involved in tonight, folks. It's going to be a fight. Austin Henry taking on the Sultan. That's coming up in our main event.
I highly doubt Austin Henry has ever went 30 minutes in anything, Corky.
Well, remains to be seen. It's going to happen tonight, an Iron Man match. It's our main event, and it's for the SOM Heavyweight Championship. Right now, check this out.
The man of action, Austin Henry. And now, Austin, I wanted to talk to you about what happened a few weeks ago here on SOM Live. It was the street fight, Anthony Katina and RT3, and you managed to get yourself involved in the middle of this. What's going on?
Look, I got a lot on my plate. That's no secret to anybody. I got this business with the Sultan, with Prince Malik. I was caught up in that. And you know what? Maybe it's not in my best interest to keep adding it up and stacking up adversity. But I'm a man of action. I don't just come out here and talk. I get it done. And the more I gotta do, the more the odds are against me, the more my back's against the wall, the more I gotta come out here and prove it. Because I only got one thing to bet on, and that's myself. And I got involved because I saw what was happening to Roy. And look, I've trained with him. I've known him as long as I've been here. He's a hell of a guy. And ever since Katina came in here, the atmosphere is a little different. It's a guy that don't got respect for what we're doing here. He don't got respect for anybody but himself.
No, he doesn't.
He's only in it for
You
him.
tell him, Austin.
And if you doubt that, you just go back and watch that street fight. Yeah. That could be it for Roy. That could be that man's career, that man's livelihood. Gone! Because Anthony Katina got his old panties in a twist. Because he wants to come out here and act tough and run his mouth and do this big bad guy routine. But it don't scare me.
And now what about your career? What your future? What's next? Austin Henry.
I guess I got a lot next. I got a little business with Anthony Katina, the dollar store John Cena, and I got a little unfinished business with the Sultan of Dubai and Prince Malik. And that business is all about the SOM Heavyweight Championship. Now, you all saw it at No Love Lost. The Sultan said I couldn't go 10 minutes. I said everybody knows that the man of action can go all night. And I showed 10 minutes ain't nothing to me. So if you really think you can hang with me, Sultan, me and you, 30-minute Iron Man match. You couldn't do it in 10. I know damn well you can't do it in 30.
Well, there you have it, folks. The challenge laid out to the Sultan, the 30-minute Iron Man match for the SOM Heavyweight Championship. Well, let's see what happens. Will the Sultan answer the challenge from Austin Henry? Stay tuned to find out, folks.
This is a guy we can all get behind, Corky.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think the fans can get behind this matchup. Highly anticipated to see these two individuals lock up and do their thing inside the squared circle. I know I, for one, am very much looking forward to seeing the real outlaw take on the King Shane Williams.
I think it's going to be a quick match, Corky.
Really?
I think he's going to send Shane Williams back to sit on his throne of lies.
Throne of lies? I wouldn't underestimate the King.
There we go. Gene.
All right, well,
a champion we can be proud of, Corky. A fighting champion.
A supportive fist bump there from Bronson Garrett to Brian Rivers.
What are you so upset about, Corky? You mad somebody has friends?
Hey, I'm not upset. Brian Rivers in there trying to upset the official, Willie Manis, though, which may not be the best idea.
Oh, he's already got his back against the wall with Willie as a referee.
How so?
That is the most unbiased official SOM Live has ever seen, Corky.
Well, I agree. He is unbiased. You want a guy that calls it straight down the middle?
I don't know what that word means.
Here he comes. The King, Shane Williams.
What's he a king of?
He's the king of the squared circle.
He doesn't have English royalty running through his bloodlines like David Beckham does.
Perhaps he does.
Maybe he's a LeBron James mark. Maybe that's what it is.
Now this matchup is certain to be a treat for the fans here today.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Fast fact here, Corky, that is probably the longest rope Willie Manus will ever see in his life.
The longest rope?
Rope?
Okay. How do you mean?
I'll tell you after the show, Corky. He needs to get his entrance attire off. Might need to do some calisthenics to warm up.
Well, you know, Brian Rivers had plenty of time to take off those leather chaps.
Hey, these things take time.
Mr. Brian Rivers.
Real men take their time.
You ever wore chaps before, Corky?
I have not.
It takes a little bit of time to get them off. I mean,
Okay.
it's not something you just peel off like a pair of Magic Mike pants. You ever seen Magic Mike, Corky?
I have not. Is that a good one?
I wouldn't know.
You never know when you might need a wake up for this occasion. You never know.
What he's doing right now, he is getting into the head of the king, Corky.
Ready? Ready? Big move!
All right, here we go. It is on.
This might be the first meeting between these two ever. Both two well-traveled combatants of the squared circle here, Corky.
Yeah, and it should be a tremendous matchup. Well, Brian Rivers.
And
Taking
Shane
the-
Williams making a grave mistake trying to match strength with Brian Rivers.
Well, King Shane Williams with the speed advantage, evening things out, or as you said, a little strength advantage to Brian Rivers.
Hey! Hey! Come on, kid. Clean break.
This is on paper a dream match, Corky. It really is.
All right, now Shane Williams taking control of that arm now.
I may not like Shane Williams, but I mean, I have to give him his respect.
Well, no respect from Brian Rivers with that hair pull.
He's just making sure it wasn't in his eyes, Corky.
Look at Shane Williams go, grinding in that headlock.
I mean, a luscious head of hair like that, he's just making sure it wasn't going to get, caught in ropes or anything like that. Once again, look what a gentleman Brian Rivers is, making sure his hair's out of his eyes.
Brian Rivers, belly to back suplex, breaks the hold. And now Brian Rivers dropping the elbow right in the back of Shane Williams' neck. Think Brian, when's the last time Brian Rivers clipped those fingernails?
Clipped him right before the match, Corky. Are you questioning Brian Rivers' hygiene?
King Shane now not letting up on Brian Rivers. Payback for that back rake. And the ropes. And no, Brian Rivers caught himself.
That's what a true veteran of the squared circle does, Corky. He had that move scouted. He knew when to catch himself.
No, Brian Rivers taking a page out of your playbook there, Bronson Garrett.
He taught me that. Actually, Kurt Henning taught me that, but not personally.
Brian Rivers now from the middle rope. And wow!
That was a
blockbuster type maneuver.
He might break Shane Williams' neck.
He very well may.
Surprised the Sultan hasn't already did that. He's helping him clear his throat. Shane had some of Alex Monroe's mom's nasty chicken wings she makes at the concession stand. And he's just helping him clear it out.
All right, Shane Williams now sunset flip. But Brian Rivers hanging onto those ropes. And
look at
how about that?
That is absurd.
And
Willie Manis trying to cost Brian Rivers the match.
Brian Rivers with a big boot to the face of the King. And now Brian Rivers with a shout out to his home state.
The greatest state, Corky. We're going to get Chad Bartlett residency in Texas before it's all said and done.
Willie Manis there reminding the East Tennessee champ he's only got 5 seconds to break that hold.
And Willie Manis not getting on Shane Williams about that closed fist. Whoa! Everybody has to follow the rules except
a huge suplex from Brian Rivers, and I think that could potentially do it, but he's not going for the cover. He's just clubbing away on the back of Shane Williams' neck.
Willie Manis cheats at everything, Court. Cheats at refereeing. He cheats on his diet. What else does this guy cheat on?
Brian Rivers has that crossface hold applied.
This crowd getting behind the King here.
They certainly want to see the King make a comeback, and King breaks the hold. And wow.
Clotheslined him nearly out of his boots.
Twisted him inside out, and Shane Williams kicks out.
That was a slow count and a half, Corky.
And Brian Rivers cannot believe it.
Willie Manis should be fired, Corky.
Brian Rivers arguing with the official.
Wouldn't you if you got slow counted, Corky?
Faster count. Shane Williams. Wait a minute. He's got Brian Rivers back in that corner now.
Brian might have made a mistake right there letting this goof of a referee get in his head.
Wow. King Shane landing a lot of blows, and now he's putting the boots to him. Just feeding him that shoe leather.
He is letting Brian Rivers have it. Willie Manis not backing him out of that corner. This is some cheap tactics right here, Corky. Cheap tactics.
I'll tell you what, if Shane Williams hits that pile driver, I don't think Brian Rivers will be getting up. But wait a minute. Brian Rivers reverses the whip.
I swear, Justin Klein's been reviewing the rule books. I think that move's illegal in the state of Tennessee, Corky.
Well, it was at one time. Neck breaker from King Shane. And Shane Williams from the middle rope. He's gonna drop that royal fist and hits it.
I don't know.
Now what he's saying, it's pile driver time. Could it be the end for
this
Brian
illegal
Rivers?
move, Corky. Last time he did this, I think that kid's out of the wrestling business, the one he did it to.
King Shane, wait a minute.
There we go.
Wait, here comes the Sultan. And Shane Williams does not even...
See, the Sultan out here, he's read the rule book. He was making sure that illegal move didn't get used.
The Sultan just cost Shane Williams the East Tennessee Championship here.
Come on, Sultan, go.
Sultan continuing the beat down. Brian Rivers out of the ring now.
I'd get out of there.
The Sultan, he's got him set up now. The power bomb. Good gosh almighty. The Sultan had no business out here getting involved in Shane Williams'
He
match.
did have business, Corky. Shane Williams was about to hit an illegal move, and the Sultan was doing the right thing and stopped it from happening. He is a law-abiding citizen. He follows the rule book. I give this man a lot of props.
Shane Williams out of the ring now.
That's what you get for breaking the rules, Corky.
I don't think the Sultan's done with him. Wait a minute, what now? The Sultan with Shane Williams on the outside.
Shane Williams might not make it to the Paul Morton Cup, Corky. He might put him out of the wrestling business, just like Shane Williams did that young kid he pile drove a couple weeks ago here on SOM Live.
Wait a minute now. The Sultan going for another power bomb. Holy mackerel.
And that's what he's doing. He's making sure that the rules are strictly abided by. I like this Sultan guy, Corky. Prince Malik has taught him well.
Yeah, you're in a minority there.
What's that supposed to mean, Corky?
Yeah, folks, we'll be back with more.
I've heard from friends, family members that are on the front lines fighting this virus. You're scared, you're tired, you want to give up. Just remember, there's 300 million plus men, women, and children that are standing behind you, and they're mentally holding you up, because we stand in awe as you literally look at the face of death and say, not today, not on my watch. As for the rest of us Americans, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to get up after we've been knocked on our asses, dust ourselves off, walk over, pick up our neighbor, dust them off, and we're going to keep on moving forward. Each individual has a talent, but combined, we're the most powerful force known to the world, the American spirit. And you can't kill that with no virus. You can't kill it with no tyranny. We've proved it in the past, and we're going to prove it again. And I'm going to do my best to take all of that power from that American spirit and win that Paul Morton Cup.
So conspicuous by his absence, Brian, Chad is still in self-quarantine, but he's training. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to end the wrestling career of Ricky Morton.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting ready to end the wrestling career of little sprout Kerry Morton before it even begins. But you know what? I think it's pretty ironic, Brian. Ricky Morton, you've been trying to end my career before it even started. You see, I'm not the kind of wrestler that you want to take around and brag to all of your buddies about, Ricky. You see, I'm the type that with a microphone in my hand, I'm the most dangerous man in the wrestling business. You know, somebody I look up to, they said a mic in their hand was a pipe bomb. When mine, Brian, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't need a mirror on the wall to tell me how great I am. I don't need my daddy refereeing my matches to make sure I come out on top. You see, that's the type of people you like to associate yourself with, Ricky. I like to associate myself with trained killers, like my man Brian Rivers here. Tell him, Brian.
The Mortons. Oh man, how I've been waiting for a long time to get rid of the Mortons. Ricky, you and I have got yearly history. We go back quite a few years. Kerry, you want to go pulling on my chain. You want another shot. Well, I've got plenty of shots for you in the form of left and right. And they're going to be coming at your head quick and fast, because don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate Bronson. Don't underestimate Chad, because we will take the Mortons out once and for all. Texas!
And here's a maverick idea, Ricky. Next time you want to put me out of the wrestling business, send somebody that don't hit like a bitch.
You know something, School of Morton fans? We're facing unprecedented times here this time. Uncharted waters, if you will. There are people getting sick, losing their jobs, events being canceled, left and right. But you know one thing that's left unchanged? That's the upcoming Paul Morton Cup. And this atomic dog is entering his name in the hat once again this year. Last year, I put on a hell of a show for myself. This time around, this quarantine got me from the pit. You got a leader, bigger, better, atomic dog, and by God, you better get ready, Teddy, for the Paul Morton Cup. If you can't dig that, I got 2 words for you. Pork chop, pound cake. Can you dig it? Whew.
All right, here we are. It's time for our main event today on SOM 505, and it's a big one. The SOM heavyweight champion making his way out here now.
Here comes the judge, the jury, and the executioner of Austin Henry tonight, Courtney. He is going to be prosecuted for his crimes against the wrestling business. The Sultan is going to put him out the pasture.
Well, remains to be seen. I know this is a highly anticipated rematch, especially
Austin Henry's remains are liable to not be seen after this, Courtney.
Well, Austin Henry made the challenge here. It's a 30-minute Iron Man match. Of course, the last time these two faced, it was the 10-minute challenge. The Sultan saying Austin Henry couldn't last 10 minutes. Well, now that wound up in a time
From what I hear, he can't, Courtney.
Here he is, Austin Henry, looking to become SOM champion here today.
He better stop worrying about Jason Blood and worry about the Sultan.
Well, here comes the Sultan right away from behind, and now the clock has started. 30 minutes on the clock.
That's what he gets. He's trying to pose to these idiots.
The champion going right to work.
Austin Henry trying to play to the humanoids, and look what happened.
Whoa! Sultan going from a hip toss right into a neck breaker right there.
Do you think we're going to have a mercy
maneuver.
rule in this?
A mercy rule, what's
He
that?
might beat him 100 to nothing. So can we stop the match after the Sultan beats him 20 times?
I'm sure if that's an assessment for the official to make. If he feels the man's health is in danger.
The official can't count to 20, Corky.
Well, the Sultan ducking out of the way there in the corner.
He had no business out here. He needs to go back. He's fine. Come on.
He's trying to throw his second out. He's allowed to have a corner
Wait a
man.
minute. Willie Man is ejecting
Heat up.
Jason Blythe from the ringside area.
Your boss will be okay. He's out.
Jason Blythe's refusing to leave. And the Sultan's telling him to stay.
Just because you get a shirt from Foot Locker doesn't mean he's wrestle me. If he gets involved, I'll disqualify him.
Well, now,
That would only be one fall if he disqualified him, Corky.
yeah,
One
but
fall. He
would
could
seem
make
to-
that one back.
Would seem to make sense.
That might be the gimme. He might give him one. He might let Willie disqualify him once.
I know that would not be a sound strategy to try to come back from a deficit like that.
What a charitable athlete the Sultan is. He's gonna let himself get disqualified to give Austin Henry one. A man of the people, Corky.
The Sultan getting in Willie Manis's face
I like
now.
how Willie is showing him that shirt he bought at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Henry coming around from behind the official. And now Austin Henry from the opposite corner. Big body splash to the Sultan.
I wouldn't call it a big body
Austin Henry
splash.
now has his Irish whip reversed by the Sultan. And a clothesline almost took Austin
He
Henry's
might
head
have
off.
decapitated him with that one, Corky. As I say, in Willie Manis, here he is with a slow count
The
again.
cover, and that was nearly the first fall of this matchup.
That goes to show you could go buy a shirt at Dick's Sporting Goods. It doesn't make you a good official, Corky. You think he got that at Dick's Sporting Goods, Corky?
Perhaps, probably from some sporting goods store, or
Do you like Dick's, Corky?
perhaps it was provided to him.
Do you like Dick's, Corky?
Oh, brother.
I mean, they sell some great stuff there. I mean, I shop there.
Well, the Sultan now.
Not to sound like I'm throwing innuendos out, but he almost choked the life out of Austin Henry right there.
Yeah. Austin Henry is in a daze now, and the Sultan continuing to choke away on the challenger here.
We've got to look at it. I mean, he's playing this really smart. He has to go 30 minutes. If he chokes him and he knocks off that airway, how is Austin Henry going to be able to breathe? And his cardio going to last him for 30 minutes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Austin Henry with the drop kick.
And he still hasn't
Henry
knocked him
now
off his feet.
From the middle rope, cross body, the Sultan catches him up.
And here we go. Look at the strength of this man, Corky.
Sultan now. Big body slam. Austin Henry now takes a knee right to his spine. And the Sultan stretching the man of action, Austin Henry.
He's liable to rip his arms off and beat him with them, Corky.
Austin Henry, elbows to the midsection of the SOM heavyweight champ, Austin Henry, trying to take down the bigger man here. And
We are about a little north of 5 minutes into this. Austin Henry still has not knocked the Sultan off his feet.
huge German suplex.
That'd be a Dubai suplex.
Austin Henry.
He's on Dream Street right now. It looks like he don't know where he used the bathroom at last, Corky.
Yeah, it looked like there was nothing behind those eyes of Austin Henry. Just a blank stare, and another big German suplex from the Sultan of Dubai.
I was going to say his eyes were glazed over like a Krispy Kreme donut, but Willie Manis didn't look very excited, so I'm going to assume that that's a no.
Austin Henry is not done fighting in this thing.
He needs to just quit. He needs to pack up his bags, walk to the back, and call it a day. I mean, this business wasn't cut out for everybody, Corky.
I think you know that that's not going to happen. That's not the kind of guy that Austin Henry is.
He could live to fight another day. And he is driving those forearms right into the back of Austin Henry.
Yeah, clubbing blows from the Sultan. And now the Sultan with Austin Henry set up. What's he going to do? Uh-oh, up high. Huge sit-out power bomb. And the Sultan
Picks
First
up
of
the
many.
first pin.
First of many.
7 minutes into this thing. And it's 1-0 with an advantage to the Sultan now.
He still has 23 minutes of pain and torture left to go, Corky. He could just walk to the back right now. I mean, we could go ahead and call this thing. We could show highlights of White Claw Outlaw matches for 23
yeah,
minutes.
you'd love that, yeah.
I mean, think of it this way right now, Corky. He goes to the back right now. He quits. He concedes this match. We could still get him on TV. We could get him booked in some matches against guys like, I don't know, Mirror Boy. He could wrestle Mirror Boy.
Who? The Sultan tossing Austin Henry all the way to the outside.
Chris Jackson could come back. He could wrestle him. They could curtain jerk.
Jason Bly getting involved in this thing now, as we knew he would.
Maybe if he just left right now, we could get him on TV, give it a nice little opening card feud with Highfish. I mean, it would be great. He could still have a wrestling career, Corky.
Austin Henry trying to make his way to his feet after being double teamed here. And the Sultan now choking Austin Henry.
And the Sultan choking the life out of Austin again. Like I said, here's the thing. He takes his air away from him. His cardio isn't going to last for the next 20 minutes.
All right, well, the Sultan has got full control of Austin Henry and tosses him once again to the outside.
He's giving him a chance to walk away, Corky. Such a charitable athlete.
The Sultan now outside the ring, and big boot to the face of Austin Henry. And wow, Austin Henry firing back with that high knee strike to the Sultan. Austin Henry, suicide dive.
Tope suicida from Austin Henry.
Well, that man took everything out of Austin Henry that he had left.
I'm glad those fans got out of the way so they weren't hit by that dive. That could have been a lawsuit waiting to happen right there, Corky. And I would have had an attorney if those fans would have wanted to sue.
Yeah, we know you're an attorney. And we're only about a third of the way.
The best money can buy.
30-minute time limit of this thing, and still 1-0 with the advantage of the Sultan.
And Austin Henry still has a ways to go to take the beating of his life.
You call it the beating of his life, but Austin Henry, to him, this is the opportunity of his life to go through this.
And this is almost like he's what's he going to hit him with?
Not a good position for Austin Henry to be in.
And this might be the
modified Samoan drop there. And two, Austin Henry.
Shades of Michael Modest. I bet you don't remember that name, do you, Corky?
I think I remember seeing him in a documentary.
And I'm surprised Austin Henry kicked out of that one.
The Sultan continuing the barrage of attack on Austin Henry. Austin Henry now attempting a sunset flip. And let's see. No.
Almost.
Not quite. Austin Henry. Sultan with that knee to the face of Austin Henry, and
choking
once
the
again,
life out of him again.
Trying to take the oxygen, all the cut off
We're 15 minutes into this thing, folks. Halfway through,
He
and
still has 15 more to go.
Austin Henry now being choked by Jason Blythe from the outside. And the Sultan laying the boots in to Austin Henry.
Jason Blythe going nowhere near Austin Henry, showing he's not touching him, trying to make this a fair fight. It is a fair fight. Jason Blythe is a good Christian athlete, Corky.
Is he? What? I don't know about that. All that heavy metal stuff seems pretty satanic to me. And
this
wow,
might be all
big
she wrote
sidewalk
right here.
slam from the Sultan. And could that be 2-0? Nope.
Why does this idiot keep kicking out, Corky?
Because Austin Henry wants to win this thing, wants to win the SOM Heavyweight Championship.
It was 2, like that.
Some things just aren't meant to be, Corky. And it looks like the Sultan still, he's taking his time getting back up.
Austin Henry fighting back now.
And
Forearm shot.
he's trying to fight back. It looks like the Sultan goes. Here we go. We're going to have a little promotional consideration paid for by the following. We'll keep the cameras rolling until somebody gets pinned after these words.
A new frontier for professional wrestling. the White Claw Outlaws at SOM Live at 5:05. Now that's Eastern Standard Time, for those of you even smart enough to know that that's a thing. Probably a lot of people that I'm talking to right now, you don't even care. So good. All you need to know is that the White Claw Outlaws are taking matters into our own hands, live and in living color, coming to you from the School of Morton's Facebook page, Ricky Morton's YouTube channel. We're all on Twitch, we're all over social media, and the streaming platforms that you love. Look up SOM Live at 5:05 every Sunday night. We're going to be lighting it up. Tell these people how they can get in on it.
You know, 505 is a big number. Got a lot of significance. 505 is usually the time that you all leave your miserable jobs to go home to your empty lives. 505 is also the weight, the average weight of the average wrestling fan. But now, 505 has got a new meaning. 505 is the start of something big. And all of you are lucky enough to be alive when it happens. The rising stars, the White Claw Outlaws. Every Sunday, get your cousin, the one that graduated high school, to help you with the computer. All right?
It's a great idea.
Figure out how to follow SOM and check it out every Sunday.
5:05. We will be live. We will be representing to the fullest, pumping them full of bullets
Like we
the
always
White
do.
Claw Outlaws, baby. Woo!
All right, we're back, folks. And, well, the score of the match remains the same.
It has
1-0.
been non-stop pandemonium since we have taken our sabbatical here.
And the Sultan remains in control of this thing.
Somewhat of a modified abdominal stretch.
Austin Henry trying to fight back out of this thing, and
What he's doing, he's applying pressure with that hand into those nerves
yeah,
in the
that's
abdominal region,
a
Corky.
claw from the Sultan. Austin Henry reverses into a hip toss. Finally out of this thing. Austin Henry.
He's got him on
is
spaghetti
fired
legs.
up. Forearm blast from Austin Henry, and wow, there's that high jumping knee left from drop kick from Austin Henry, and
House of Fire. He's using up his entire moveset here, Corky.
Austin Henry. What a move from Austin Henry,
He's
leaping
having a hard
over
time getting him over here.
the Sultan, and now this thing is tied up.
You know what? Austin Henry's been at this. He debuted last year in the Paul Morton Cup. This may be the longest he has ever went in a wrestling match. We're just a little bit north of 20 right now. If he draws a low number, he'll have to last a whole lot longer than this year to win the Paul Morton Cup, however.
That is true.
Are you in the Paul Morton Cup this year,
Go.
Corky?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, we did last year, and you entered in at, I think, around the high teens. Didn't you come in contact with the Sultan last year in the Cup, Corky?
Yeah, you could say that. The Sultan
Beating
clubbing
Austin
away.
Henry like he stole something. Right across the chest cavity of Austin Henry with that big clubbing forearm.
Austin Henry trying to mount a comeback here. There's that knee lift again. And Austin Henry still not managing. Take the Sultan off his feet with that drop kick. Took the Sultan
Exploder style
down.
drop kick from Austin Henry. This looks like a scene from the first Rocky movie there. Both of them on spaghetti legs.
Austin Henry now put an end
And
to
he
a
nearly
big
took his
clothesline
head off.
from the SOM champion. We're down to just 5 minutes left in this Iron Man match. A cover from the Sultan, and
He's saying he's going to end it on his terms, Corky.
Well, that could prove to be a very unwise and arrogant decision.
You know, Austin could just tap out here.
Well, they
Paintbrushing him. I think he's telling him exactly how he's going to end it.
Austin Henry and the Sultan trading forearms back and forth. They're not even on their feet, but they're still both fighting in this thing.
Shades of Rocky and Apollo Creed, but Austin Henry is nowhere near Stallone nor Carl Weathers, Corky. You been Carl Weathers fan, Corky?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like all Action Jackson. Austin Henry taking
throwing those
control now.
forearms.
Repeatedly laying in those forearms to the Sultan.
Hey, do you think it's been added to the moveset of
The
Austin
cover,
Henry?
lateral press from Austin Henry. Only a 2 count.
He can hit him with everything in his moveset. I don't think he's going to pin him again. He lucked up the first time.
Well, we're in the home stretch here. The Sultan cutting off all that momentum.
He's
with that
moving at
knee.
a slow, methodical pace, Corky. Austin Henry's tired. Willie Manus is tired. The Sultan is not tired, Corky. He is not tired.
Austin Henry tossed to the outside once again, and that's Jason Blythe's cue. Yep, just as he's done.
He's trying to
about 3 or
help him
4
up,
times
Corky.
during
Look
this
at
thing.
him.
Jason Blythe.
He is trying to help him back into the
Jason
ring.
Blythe ought to not
What
even be out here.
sportsmanship.
What did I do? I didn't even do anything. What?
That was pure sportsmanship right there from Jason Blythe. What a respectable athlete.
You out of your
Corky.
mind?
He helped him back in the ring. He picked him up off the ground and helped him back in the ring. That is great sportsmanship, sir.
The Sultan.
What a charitable athlete.
The Sultan now has Austin Henry in a precarious position. Wow. Where I come from, we call that a possum stomp.
Where do you come
And it's-
from?
Danielsville, Georgia.
I have no idea where that is.
All right. 2 minutes left.
Isn't
and
Tom Wopat from there?
Well, the Sultan.
Austin Henry laid out like a possum right now.
The Sultan with Austin Henry. Looks like he's going for a that sit
That
out
might
choke
be it.
slam. Hey. Oh.
He almost kicked out and landed right on top of Willie Manus.
Yeah,
I think Willie would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, Austin Henry nearly taking out the official.
That may not have been a bad thing had that have happened. This capacity crowd getting behind Austin Henry.
Austin Henry knows there is precious little time left to take this thing home. Only a minute left. Sultan reverses the whip.
Something's
from
gotta
Austin
give
Henry.
here.
Austin Henry, schoolboy roll up. Good evening, come.
Not quite.
Austin Henry now slips out of the slam.
Trying it
Another
again.
schoolboy roll up, and the Sultan kicking out now. Austin Henry, what's he going for now?
Sunset.
He's got the
Sultan
Sultan right in the ropes.
Ring General Sultan here. He knew exactly where he was at.
Austin Henry.
This leading, Corky. Look at it.
And whoa! Austin Henry hits his move. Could this be it? Could we have a new champion right here? That's the bell.
I think the bell rung before he counted 3.
I think the time limit has expired. Austin Henry thinks he's won the match.
We're going to get some clarification on this. I don't think he won, Corky.
Yeah, it was the time limit expired, so it was 1 fall to 1, and
I think the Sultan was saved by the bell right there.
Yeah, absolutely. If that time had not elapsed, I believe we would have a new champion. But in the case of a draw, which is what's happened,
The Sultan retains the belt.
The Sultan just laying out
just took
Austin
his head
Henry
off.
with that championship title belt. Now, come on. He's won the match.
That's what he needs to get rid of.
Hey, wait a minute. Here's the king, Shane Williams, out here, putting a stop to this beatdown from.
What's he doing? The Sultan was about to do wrestling a favor and put Austin Henry out of it.
Shane Williams. He's gonna give the pile driver to the Sultan. Now wait a minute. Jason Blythe in here.
That's what
breaks that
friends are
up,
for
and
right there, Corky.
Jason Blythe.
That's what friends are for, Corky.
Jason Blythe and the Sultan now quickly out of the ring, but Shane Williams and Austin Henry ready for a fight.
They're doing the smart thing. They're going to get their wits about them. They're going to live to fight another day.
The match ends in a draw. Let's see. I'll try to get a word with.
He did not win. He is sitting on a throne of lies, Corky.
Shane Williams, now you out here making the save. You've been calling out the Sultan for weeks, and you had enough when you saw Austin Henry getting beat down after the bell there.
Yes, Sultan, I have lost a lot in my life. I have lost my keys, I've lost my truck, I've lost my dog, and I've even lost my wife. But I tell you what, Sultan, there's one thing I'm not going to lose. That's going to be a match against you, pal. So coming up next time you're here at SOM, I want you in the middle of that ring. I want you to be able to come down here and show all these people what you're about, because we know what you're about. We know. We know you're no champion. We know you're no Sultan. We know you're at home feeding that mouth with cupcakes, eating turkey legs, living the good life. But the next time you're getting in the ring with King Shane Williams, you're going to find out what hard times are. Hard times is me picking your big fat butt up and pile driving you on your big old fat head. That's hard times. And you're about to find out hard times, because we, sir, we, me and him, right here, me and Austin, me and everybody, me and all these people, we, sir, will rule you. Pal. Tell him about it, buddy.
Austin Henry must be devastating to you. Once again, a draw. It was a 10-minute draw, and now you made the challenge a 30-minute draw in this Iron Man match.
It was a 30-minute draw on the record books, Corky. It was a 30-minute draw on paper. But to me, it's a shame to everybody out there. They saw 1, 2, 3. I had him beat. I had him beat. Now, I don't know. I'm at my wit's end here. I don't know what to do. He said I couldn't go 10. I went 10, no problem. He said I couldn't go 30. I went 30, no problem. He keeps coming in here 2-on-1, cheating every chance he gets. He don't like the rules. We already ran the time limit. No time limit, no rules. I heard a little something from Ricky Dooley about a Dubai prison match. Your specialty, Sultan. You want to keep cheating, we'll play it on your terms. It don't matter. 30 minutes, 30 hours, 30 days, 30 years, it don't matter how long it takes. I'm going to whoop your ass and become the new SOM heavyweight champion. Paul Morton Cup, I want you, one-on-one, Dubai prison.
You heard it, folks. Austin Henry making one more challenge for that SOM Heavyweight Championship match. Let's see if the Sultan answers the challenge coming up this May at the Paul Morton Cup. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back with more. That's all for today's SOM 505, folks. Be sure to join us next week. Wow, what a match that was, that Iron Man match. A shame it had to end in a draw that way.
Are you sick of Austin Henry as I am, Corky? I mean, he pulls one out at the last minute once again. One day he's eventually going to get his.
Well, I mean, I should certainly think that we'll be seeing Austin Henry challenging for that SOM heavyweight championship again, as this resulted in a draw. He certainly deserves a rematch.
It's a draw. He lost. He didn't win. Did he leave with the belt, Corky?
No, he didn't, but it's a draw.
He wears
It's not
tights.
a loss,
Of
it's a
course he
draw.
don't-
It's
didn't
win,
leave
lose,
with the belt, Corky.
or draw. And this was a draw tonight. Unfortunately for Austin Henry, but fortunately for the Sultan, as you said, gets to hang on to that SOM heavyweight championship. But remains to be seen what will happen with that in the future. Folks, stay with us on Facebook.
You know who else went to a draw, Corky? Bob Ross.
Bob Ross draws, or he paints, actually. It's a paint, not a draw.
Same
Folks,
thing.
we'll see you next week on SOM 505.